Back once again, episode 10
10. Definitely 10.
of After the Bell. I'm your passenger
Man,
and
you're a
co-host.
co-host.
And this is the other host here, sitting next to me.
That's right.
We're coming to you live from the clandestine setting of the
My room.
the labyrinth of your room.
Yeah.
It's everything I had hoped and more.
It's dark, it's gloomy, small. A lot of things that resonate when one thinks about me.
Yeah, it's got a hat on the wall of a sports thing.
That's a movie reference.
There you
That's
go.
from a Kevin Smith movie.
I don't know movies.
Man, it's like an obscure reference. How's your week been?
Yeah, I'm getting over the flu, so there is that.
Yeah.
Yay. But yeah, everything else going alright.
Glad to hear.
How about you?
Man, it's enjoying my day off.
Yeah, no
Trying
trips.
to anyway.
No trips to the hospital.
Nothing yet.
Man, it's always.
I'm probably due though, yeah?
Man, I don't know.
Something hasn't broken in a while, so this is an upbeat start to this week's episode.
Well, man, we do talk about fighting, and people get hurt.
Man, look, I mean, in fairness, to keep things rolling with the just not monotonous, melancholy opening that we've got kicked off here.
Let's keep it deep.
There was a multitude of retirements.
Yeah, well, even that, like it's a bittersweet thing because it's something that we say has to happen, and this is it happening.
Look, it's a strange one, right? Because there were three major ones, and I sort of feel
Which were?
differently about all three. Let's start with the big one, which was Rashad Evans.
Yeah.
Which, man, like, this is a tough one, right? Because you can see he doesn't want to retire. He just knows he has to.
I mean, even that.
He can't do it at the top level anymore.
That's a man's choice. The choice he got to make.
Oh, yeah. But, man, it's an unreal career.
Yeah, and it's not fun for us anymore. So.
No, I was dreading watching that Anthony Smith fight. I didn't love it at all. But, man, mad respect to him.
Yeah.
It was a crazy career. Won the Ultimate Fighter season 2 at heavyweight.
Yeah, it's like then that's what the stuff you got to remember him for.
Oh yeah,
he's just a killer. He's just out there taking names.
Chuck Liddell, beat Forrest Griffin for the title, and then he had a great run there for a while.
And you see it happening more and more often as the sport's had time to develop a history, write its own history.
Mm.
So.
And then I think one that sort of parallels Rashad's a little bit. Obviously, he didn't reach quite the same heights, but Koscheck retired.
Yeah.
Like Ultimate Fighter season 1, I think he was in the semi-finals. Obviously fought for the title against GSP. Which, that's just, you were unfortunate enough to be a welterweight in that era. Like, sorry.
You had your chance, man.
Yeah. But, had a great career, but just started taking too many KO losses, right? Like, every highlight you've seen of Koscheck in the last 3 years has just been, here he is getting laid out by progressively worse guys. When it was like Tyron Woodley laying him out, we were all like, yeah, that's what Tyron does. And then he's getting laid out in Bellator by some guy. And you're like, oh, that's no good. Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot that goes into fighting, both physically and mentally, and it's a lot to do.
And it's not many years too. We're talking both guys like way back to this Saturday's Ultimate Fighter 27 finale.
Yeah, think Christ. About that. Like if you consider it like a cash cow, like it's been milked.
Like, mate, it's been beyond milked. If you think of it as a cash cow, it's like got ribs protruding from it.
Yeah, man. Give that thing some pasture.
Yeah, like the udders of just like dust is coming out of them. It's just got this gaunt kill me face on it.
What's for breakfast today? It's like more of this goodness.
Oh God,
you love it.
Oh, I do not. It used to be fun for like 5 seasons.
Remember how you and your buddy was just always standing around your lunch breaks talking about the Ultimate Fighter season 24 and how awesome that was?
Yeah, definitely a lot of talk about it.
Yeah, more likely to hear about Finding Nemo.
But Yeah, no, both guys who have just taken too much damage lately, I think. But again, I'm kind of happy that Cos is not going to take any more. You know, he's a good wrestler. He could be a good coach. There's things he could do outside of fighting. Same with Rashad. He's a good analyst. Smart, you know, good mind. Always interested in his opinion when he's on desks and shit for pre-fight stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Which brings us to the third man, Johnny Hendricks,
Man,
the big rig.
I'm mildly happy about that. It makes me a little bit happy.
Well, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, because this is a guy who just, ever since the drug testing got better, the Johnny Hendricks career became weirdly not good. And maybe, like, he never failed anything, so maybe it's just a coincidence, but sure seems like,
And there's just something about him like I don't like.
oh, he's immensely dislikable. I've never been a Johnny Hendricks fan.
It could just be that.
I remember watching him fight GSP at the local RSL, and like everyone in that bar was going for Johnny Hendricks. And I must have got like 6 head turns when I slammed my fist on the table and raised my arms when they announced GSP the winner. Because I was like, good. I hate this guy. I don't want this guy to beat GSP. It's like, who do you think won, Nick? Like, yeah. No, let's not talk about that. That's GSP won. That's all that matters.
Indeed.
But, you know, an interesting career, right? Like, do you remember his rise?
Man, it's only probably the end of it.
Man, he blasted out John Fitch in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
He blasted out Campman in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
He had a real crazy fight with Condit, which he won. Like, he was just on a tear. And then he won the title from Lawler, had those 2 fights with Lawler.
Yeah.
And then just started going down. Wonderboy annihilated him. He's looked worse and worse, right? He went up and crazily fought Paulo Costa. Jacked by him.
Yeah, it's craziness. What a crazy sport.
Just, yeah. Like, you would have thought his trajectory at one point looked through the roof. And then just to completely fall apart the way it did to where he's now.
Did somebody say fucking Hannon Barrow?
Yeah, well, there's another prime example.
Yeah, and even like to a lesser extent, Anthony Pettis.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Man, crazy though. Three massive names like that would go out. 2 former champions, and you know, Cos was a top guy for a lot of time.
Oh man, you know, gotta make room for the herd.
Indeed. Like I said, I'm happy to see Rashad, you know, stop hopefully before he suffers any kind of permanent.
Yeah.
Sure, he's taken damage. That's gonna.
And that's like long term for the sport too. Like if you get too many people just staying in there too long and then just like taking head injuries, then suddenly you've got, you know, what's going on in the NFL on your hands, where everything's just like, you know, oh, you've been concussed 3 times. That's it. Your fighting career's over. You know, just like, come on, guys, we're fighting here. What do you think we're trying to do?
It's yeah.
Like brain scans and stuff. Like that's all the kind of shit they're trying to pull on Hunter. And like fair enough for the UFC for trying to do it if that's the reason they were legitimately trying to do it. But if they were just doing it to be dicks, then you know, fuck them.
Man, I don't think they give 2 shits about Mark Hunt's well-being. To tell you the truth.
And yeah, you know, it's the legacy of, you know, the industry, so they care, surely.
Oh, like I said, to some degree, I'm sure, but like I don't think they care about Mark Hunt's health. That's, you know, we were talking about on Whitaker's podcast about how Tai Tuivasa's, like, you know, laughing his head off as he talks about Mark Hunt gets tested more than anyone he knows because they just want to fuck with him.
Yeah, dude who looks like he like doesn't even train, let alone do roids.
Oh, and just the most outspoken guy against it that you'll ever, you know.
And like the nicest, like down to earth.
I'm not saying don't test him. You should test, but like maybe go test Paulo Costa. Yeah. How many times have we tested Paulo Costa this year?
Man, it's a bit like, you know, if you're the guy at the airport whose job it is to like randomly search people for like bombs and stuff,
Mm.
and you just like keep picking the people you know ain't gonna have bombs.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like repeatedly picking a hot lady or something. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty girls never carry bombs.
It's like an 8-year-old.
Just makes your job real easy. Yeah, man, I did my job. All safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me that money. Yeah, no one's doing anything. We did like 50 tests. Just don't tell you that it was on one guy.
Yeah, basically. It's a guy who we know definitely isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole sport's clean.
That's why we keep looking for Nick Diaz. We need to test you, Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
Which I imagine he's just looking at him like, I'm high. Okay?
Yeah.
Case closed. But yeah, man, but certainly a fond farewell to Rashad Evans. I've been a fan of him for some time. And I guess it's for the best for Koscheck. I'm happy to see him not take too many more. Johnny Hendricks, farewell to a weird career.
Yeah, I guess. Farewell indeed.
Like I said, I don't want to hate on him, but I was never a Johnny Hendricks guy, and he was a strange old career.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deeply cynical about it, so let's talk about something else.
We didn't talk about Singapore. My Singapore notes are very short, though.
In Singapore,
Donald Cerrone loses to Leon Edwards via unanimous decision in a good old-fashioned scrap.
Sure.
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
Good for Leon Edwards.
it was the. Are you talking about the fight? Was good or the card was good?
No, I didn't watch the whole card. What do you mean, that in mind?
Yeah.
I watched Leon Edwards versus Campbell, and I watched OSP versus Pedro.
You see Jake Matthews like steamroll something.
I didn't get on Reddit.
Man, what else happened? Like Li Jingliang beat Dai Chiame or something? Yeah, see.
It's literally, the
This is what I
results
mean.
are in front of my face, and I don't even want to look at them.
Oh yeah, Peter Yan.
Oh yeah, well I got that right, which was nice. We talked about that very quickly, where I was like, I saw a highlight of him. He should smash Teruto Ishihara? Yeah, Teruto Ishihara.
Yeah.
And he did. He smashed him up real easy.
Man, Oka Sasaki got the sub.
Yeah, I know you're a Sasaki guy.
OSP versus Tyson Pedro. I still haven't seen it, man.
Man, Tyson's
I will watch
real
it.
strong. I'll show it to you after we're done. Yeah, obviously great start for Tyson. OSP recovers real well. Once he gets it to the ground, he just overwhelms him a bit. Which is surprising. Tyson's pretty strong on the ground.
Yeah, that's it.
OSP's obviously he's got that veteran experience.
Should have kept it on the feet.
No, hindsight, man. Like I said, Tyson's finishing guys on the ground before that fight. So
Yeah.
he drops him. It's not like he's going to wave him back up. His instincts to go down after him. Man, he'll come back stronger for it.
And I hope you're right.
Didn't take any damage to the head, so hopefully he'll be able to get a quick turnaround. If that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, and he probably is.
Again, it was
Those boys seem like they want to fight.
Man, it was a big step up for him. I thought he did well.
Yeah.
So, man, more power to him. Like I said, hopefully he keeps going. Gets working on that jiu-jitsu. Jessica Ivy, JRC.
Man, people lost money on JRC, and this is why you don't bet on women's.
No, you should never. But look, I'm not hating. Still like JRC. She's still my girl. The Aussies.
Yeah. Why are there so many Australians on the card?
I don't know.
Oh, Singapore.
Sure.
Proximity
I
was
guess.
close.
Fine. That's all I'm happy to talk about for the Singapore
Yeah,
card.
man, I'm done with it.
Leon Edwards called out Jorge Masvidal.
Which is awesome.
Masvidal said he was down. I'm
Yeah.
down.
Let's do it.
Yep. In terms of what's next for OSP and Tyson, light heavyweight's a mess, so who knows. On to coming up.
Coming up next.
Coming up next is the one fight card on Saturday morning in Australia time
Brad Tavares.
versus New Zealand's own Israel stylebender Adesanya.
Is it New Zealand's own Nigerian born?
Yes, but he sounds Kiwi as fuck, so
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
there.
he sounds like a nice guy. I watched his last fight against the Italian Dream,
Yep.
Marvin
Marvin
Vittori. And man, he was calm, but I don't know. I felt he was still a bit green. You could see a bit of greenness in him, and his attitude, like in the corner, how he was. Like I was really interested in watching his corner, and I don't know. He won me over a bit in that fight because my initial instincts was that Tavares has been on a good run now, and like this is a big step up for Izzy. So I'd be definitely favouring Tavares, but
it's just about whether Tavares has the right approach. If Tavares gets any kind of silliness in his head about standing outside in distance with Izzy, it's going to cost him.
Man, it's so hard to pick though. 5 rounds, like that's 25 minutes. He's got to not mess up.
Again, I think Tavares can like wear him out on the ground.
Yeah,
assuming he puts him on the ground, I think he can wear him out and take him out.
You think you can stop him?
Yeah, over 5. Yeah, maybe not with like a brutal shot, but yeah, just with like accumulation, just exhaustion plus punches to the head.
Because he is a decision machine.
Yeah, but he doesn't fight 5s.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just think Stylebender's not used to that. He's used to 3-minute rounds in kickboxing, so I don't think the 25 is necessarily going to be a good thing for him.
But man, like Vittori came at Adesanya in that fight. Like he came at him, but on the feet.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Man, that first round was really interesting. It reminded me a little bit of when Kyle Wozniak fought Zabit Magomedsharipov.
Yeah.
Like he knew that was that's the style he was going for in my mind. Like just the dog in your face, like just quick movements, but lateral and just bang, bang, bang.
Difference being against Zabit, Wozniak knows like I can't take this guy down. Like I can't out wrestle this Russian fucking machine guy because all that flashy shit underneath that is an excellent wrestler. And that's where it's like, man, I've got to just charge at him like a psycho. Whereas against Stylebender, it's like, man, what's under all that striking? Man, a guy who doesn't even fucking know what wrestling is. Like, I'm sure, you know what I mean? I'm sure he's worked on, the right things, but Stylebender has a novice wrestling game.
Yeah, you could see it a bit when he got taken down in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
He was just like flat on his back.
Yeah, he's got that Ed Ganu back game where it's like, I don't know what to do.
Like, ref, stand me up, man, what's going on here?
I can't do my moves from down here.
Kidding me? This is not what the crowd is paying for. Stand me up.
So, but yeah, I think it's going to be a good fight.
Man, it will be a good fight.
Some sort of fucking loud battle going on outside.
Yeah. Wonder how much of that will make it into the record.
Oh, man, one would hope lots of it. My roommates.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I literally could give 0 fucks about anything else on this card. I know Bruce Leroy's on it, and I like him, and if I were not at work, I might watch that fight.
Man, I think there's a couple of interesting fights there. If you're like really into it, you'll probably watch half of this. Like, you probably watch Paichota maybe.
Okay, this is in the States, right? Like, it's on a Saturday night. I've got to assume
Bruce Leroy.
You could do without this. You could just take the main event.
Man, I don't even care what time this starts. I'm just going to wait till it's over and then find the fight.
Oh, yeah. But then you got to stay away from results. You don't want spoilers.
Man, I'm tempted to have a sizable wager on Tavares. Just because I think he should be the favourite.
Is he not the favourite?
No, he's paying like $2.40 or something.
Shit. Man, I wouldn't disagree with that necessarily. Again, he's got to fight with the right game plan.
Man, there's probably value on that card. If you know your stuff and you're really looking into it, like maybe find a good tipster. Yeah. There's probably some dogs on there who can win.
I trust her.
Man, don't trust me. I haven't got the time for that. I'm busy. To watch all that tape. You know how many days is it required?
I'm not watching tape.
To be educated?
I'm not watching anything.
Just on that garbage card?
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, so, I just pretend I'm educated.
I'll go with that. I'll sell that.
Man, I'll pay my tips, whatever.
It's fine.
It's like, what did everyone else pick? Yeah, me too.
Oh, God.
I think that also.
I can't even imagine trying to put in tips for this tough card. It just looks so not good.
Man, I'll put mine in. I think I'd be back like Pearson.
Let's just move forward to the good card.
Yeah, okay. Because there's a great card hidden behind this like weird card.
Oh yeah, UFC Red, White, and Fight Week is what they call it because it's on July 4th. I love it. I wish I could translate your face to audio. But yeah, they have 2 cards in a row, and God help us, the second card is much better. And we're back.
Yeah, we're back again. Hey, whoa, we were about to talk about something.
Something fun, something good.
Oh man, it's. I don't know. I didn't anticipate this as much as I did 225. I guess because 225 just kind of happened, really.
Well, look, 225 had a few things going for it. Number 1 being Whittaker. Number 2 being it was right there. Like, and then this was just seemed further away to me.
Yeah.
Whereas like Whittaker versus Romero was right around the corner. I don't know about you, but I didn't feel like there was an appropriate amount of buzz for Romero Whittaker.
No, man.
Like that fight, it still ended up somehow exceeding my expectations, but like I had expectations, whereas most people it seemed like, well, like, oh, yeah, first one was alright. Yeah, the first one was fucking excellent, you idiots. And this one was better somehow.
Yeah, this was like, it was more entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one had me on the edge of my seat like the whole fight.
Yeah. So, whereas but this card is definitely top to bottom the strongest card of the year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this kind of makes 225 look like the reason it did so poorly on the bios.
Oh, sure.
Which, I guess everyone was watching Jeff Horn lose to Buzz Crawford, because that's awesome. Bud. Sorry, Bud.
He's an astronaut.
Buzz Crawford. First black man in space.
You want to start at the top?
No, man. Start at the bottom.
You want to start at the bottom?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Well.
So Jamie Moyle, Emily Spitfire, we don't care.
Thank you.
Lando Venata versus Drakkar, close.
It's fun.
This is your cat and Jacker right here.
Yeah. Getting your coffee, maybe having some cereal.
Yeah. Stretch your toes.
Yeah. Just doing one of those little morning rituals while you're watching this. Again, I don't know.
Do some yoga.
I guess the Americans would be like getting ready to get drunk.
Yeah, like that'd
prepping the alcohol, stuff like that.
Stretch after work.
Because well, no, it's on Saturday there, so hopefully they'd have that day off.
Man, they work 6 days a week. Didn't you know?
I did not know.
Yeah, they only get Sundays off.
Oh shit! No wonder Australia's. Man, I was hoping we'd get like more weekend days. You telling me that it's going the other way? This is not good.
Man, they get like 2 weeks annual leave or something.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I forget. Like that's how I look at UFC cards now. When I have to like survey what I'm gonna watch, it's like, okay, what am I gonna like have coffee with? Then there'll be a fight where I go have a shower. Usually, like that's, you get 10, 15. This card doesn't have the shower fight. I'm gonna have to have the shower right at the start.
Yeah, it takes me about 25 minutes to make a coffee, so.
Yeah, but that's because you're one of those weirdos. Alright, I'm an instant man. It takes me 1:30 to make a coffee.
Yeah, no.
My point being, Lando Venata Drakkar close is fun. It's going to be fun. Lando's always fun. And Drakkar's a good fighter, so I'm into it.
Man, he wasn't very impressive on his last outing.
Against Tamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Tamer's good.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I'm not against it. It's not for a lack of effort. Drakkar always goes out there and gives you an effort.
Yeah, it's true too. He's very consistent in his approach, so.
Then we've got, somehow on the goddamn Fight Pass prelims, the Hangman.
Yeah, it's...
Dan Hooker.
I don't understand that. I don't... Why? Why are they doing this? Why do they keep doing this, man?
You know what, like, and don't get me wrong, because this would... fuck it, it's on over 2 days. I wonder, would you get more viewers if you put... Why isn't Dan Hooker the co-main for Stylebender?
Why isn't Dan Hooker fighting Paul Felder on the fucking prelim?
He apparently did call him out.
He did, to his face.
Apparently even after that, because Felder, remember, was supposed to be fighting Vic.
Yeah.
And Vic got pulled to fight Iaquinta to fight. Who was Al supposed to be fighting? Gaethje.
Yeah.
So Vic's fighting Gaethje because Rage Al's being crazy.
And, poor
And-
James Vick.
And Dan Hooker, and they were going at it on Twitter. James Vick and Gaethje. Like Vic calling Gaethje like a brain damage patient and shit like that, and Gaethje calling Vic a chump. Should be fireworks. But yeah, Dan Hooker did ask for it, but he didn't get it. They gave it to Mike Perry instead. But man, he's got Gilbert Burns, which is...
Yeah, even that's a handful. That's a big ask.
It's a hard out, man. For all, like, if you were to say, like, pick an unknown guy at lightweight who's fucking not going to be easy, Gilbert Burns, right?
Yeah.
Like, he might be somebody in a couple of years.
Yeah, he might just break your arm.
So, man, but it's a good fight. Like, it's a really high level fight.
And prelims.
I'm into it. Then we have, to kick off the prelim card, second prelim card,
Yeah.
your man,
Man,
Curtis
Curtis Millender.
against Max Griffin.
Man, he looked so beast in his last outing. He looked...
He walked over Thiago Alves.
Yeah. Yeah. And he looked... Like, you know, I always use the analogy that MMA's a cake and you put your ingredients in and you stick it in the oven. Like, he looks like he's been in the oven for just the right amount of time.
Yeah.
And now he's cooked.
Okay.
So, I'm really excited to see him.
Does that mean Max Griffin is about to get a serious case of diabetes?
Man, he might get a baseball. There's a distinct possibility. He's stuffing it in his face. But man, Max Griffin, he was impressive in his, like, I think these are both like debut fighters, like they debuted in their last fights.
No, Curtis had been in the UFC for a bit. No way he got Thiago Alves on his debut.
Man, let's have a look.
Stand corrected.
There you go. That's how good he is, man.
You know what you're on about. Let's have a look at Mad Max though. So he's been in for a bit.
He's had...
Lost to Colby, beats some guy, and then loses to Elizu Zaleski dos Santos by decision in a fight of the night.
And then he beat Mike Perry. But he looked good beating Mike Perry.
Did look good beating Mike Perry.
So I think...
Oh, Colby stopped him.
Yeah, I think he's going to get steamrolled.
You're on the Curtis train, eh?
Oh yeah, man, he looked... Something about that last fight, just watching him fight, I'm like, yeah, man, he's ready. Like, they gave him Thiago Alves as his first fight, and he just went, bonk, munted him.
Fair enough.
And he's like, yeah, man, how good is this guy?
I believe you.
So, and they give him Max Griffin, so you're like, man, I feel like...
Man, it's not a bad matchup. I feel like if he wins that, he might be getting someone in the top 15 next.
Yeah, if he can, he might turn some heads here. And just get like a nice round 2 knockout or something.
Yeah, I hear you.
Excited.
Yeah, I'll be on the lookout. Then we have Mr. Underappreciated, Rafael Sunsao.
Man, hasn't fought in a while?
Taking on Rob Font, man. When was the last time Rafael Sunsao fought?
Yeah, because like, he's beaten some people.
Oh, yeah.
He's good.
He beat Matthew Lopez in November of last year by KO.
Beat Marlon Moraes.
Beat Marlon, beat Aljo, beat Brian Kerr, beat TJ back in the day. Of course, lost to TJ as well.
Yeah, this dude's real good.
But yeah, it's who's beaten him in his last 10 fights? Dillashaw.
Mm-hmm.
And who's beaten him at bantamweight ever? Dillashaw.
So, he's got form. But
definitely. Well, I think he's probably the most underrated guy maybe in fighting. Nobody rates Rafael Sunsao. Everybody overlooks him.
He'll be the favourite, surely.
I would think so, but man, like even this is.
Oh, Rob Font could just get him with the boxing. If he's getting that boxing range.
Is Rob Font ready? Because like this is again like they want Rob Font to win this.
Is Rob Font TJ Dillashaw?
No, but the thought is obviously Sunsao hasn't fought the Cruisers and the Garbrandt, and you know there's guys he hasn't fought that are near the top of the division, but they will want Rob Font to win this, man. I don't think he's gonna. I think this is going to be too much too soon for Rob Font.
Yeah.
But
Man, the keeper of the guard, the Sunset.
man,
You're not good enough, buddy.
he just can't get a title shot though. Just cannot get a crack at that belt.
Man, if he beats, well, if he stops Font, then
He's a bit of a decision machine.
mm,
So there is that. But yeah, man, he's a good fighter.
he's man. You try to beat him at in his world. Good luck.
Unquestionably a top 5 bantamweight in the world, and just never ever gets the respect. Like, look where he is on this card. Just kind of chucked in there.
Man, if he loses, they'll probably give him like,
I'll probably cut him.
yeah, it's too dangerous for their boy.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley.
No, don't even put him anywhere near Sean O'Malley.
It's too dangerous. Nah, man, you're going to Bellator, boy.
Yeah. But I favour Sunset pretty heavily. I think Rob Font, he's improving. He's constantly improving, but this is a big ask for him. It's a huge step up in competition.
I don't feel like he's quite ready yet.
Yeah, he's coming off Almeida, right?
He lost, didn't he?
No, he knocked Almeida out. Yeah.
Oh, he lost to
Pedro
Munoz.
Munoz before that.
Yeah.
And someone like, look, Almeida, don't get me wrong, like, it's a strong win, but he's what, 12, 13 in the world? You're going from that to 4? But again, look, he went the stretch with John Lineker. You know, Rob Font is a tough guy.
And he submitted Douglas Silva de Andrade.
There's a name to be on the lookout for.
Man, he's actually pretty good.
Yeah, but it's just too much of a mouthful for me.
Yeah, just get a nickname, buddy.
Yeah.
He's a Barracuda.
Just Doug.
Man, they do it. Barranchino or whatever.
Dangerous Doug.
Yeah, dangerous Doug. Man, I feel like Gaethje, like he looks like a Doug to me.
A dangerous one.
Dangerous Doug.
But yeah, man, I think, I don't know. Rob Font might surprise people here, but
man, if he can learn from TJ,
I would have liked.
If he's good enough with his boxing and his footwork, then maybe. But
I would have liked 1 or 2 more. TJ was able to use his wrestling though as well against the Sun Sao. Was able to mix in takedowns. You know, keep a Sun Sao confused. More of like a GSP type approach.
yeah.
I don't know if Font has that in the arsenal. But again, he might not need it. Maybe his boxing will be too crisp. We'll see. It's a good fight. I'm into it. Just think it's maybe a touch too soon for Rob Font. How old is Rob Font? Before we move on to Felder Perry. 31. Now or never. Time's up. So yeah, fair enough.
Good luck.
Yeah. Wish you the best, Rob Font.
And then starts getting like
Then we got some fireworks.
maybe.
Man, Felder versus Perry should be action.
Man, I have no idea what's going to happen.
Perry only knows action. And Felder is just generally exciting.
Yeah, but Perry could come back, a different Perry. Like, he had all that crap that happened after his last fight. And
No, man. That guy just throws bones. That's all he does. He wouldn't even know how to have a different game plan. He's not going to come out throwing flying triangles or something.
Felder's still a little bit fresh off the boat, really, at this kind of level.
I mean, it's interesting, because I think Felder is ready for a high-level fight. Like, I think on skills, he'll beat Mike Perry all day long.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
The weight might cause a problem. The layoff, like, Felder's been on and off all year. He was supposed to fight Iaquinta back in the Khabib card, and that fell apart. He was supposed to fight James Vick here, that fell apart. Now he's fighting Perry. There's, I could see Mike Perry snatching this in the first round. But
just catching him.
yeah, just for going out there throwing a hail of bullets at him and something hits him. But as long as Felder avoids that and gets the win, 'cause he needs to win this. He needs just to keep... Because if he loses, then what does he do? Like, that fucks him, even though he lost a fight at random at welterweight. It fucks him over when he goes back down to lightweight. You're definitely not getting a rank guy now.
Yeah.
So he needs to win. So he can go back and get that James Vick fight or that whoever. whatever rank guy he ends up getting in the top 15 at lightweight. Whereas Mike Perry, who knows where that guy's head's at the moment. His girlfriend left him. He's out there dropping N-bombs on Twitter.
Yeah, he wants to fight.
It'll be fun.
And any guy who gets his face tattooed is like probably going to throw down.
Oh yeah, Mike Perry is the throwdown master of current day UFC. So man, I'm into it. Should be fun.
Man, this will be fun. I think this is the one I'm looking forward to.
Who's your pick before we move on?
For Felder and Perry.
Yeah.
Man, I have to go with Felder.
Same. I'm going Felder.
Like I don't really understand the Mike Perry thing. Like,
well, he's madness.
I'm waiting for him to prove me wrong. Like I'm not seeing it. I think, I was saying it before we started that, Felder, I think, is just too much of a professional.
I would agree with that. That's what I think. He'll go out there and he'll handle his business. But I think it's just a case of how does he handle being the smaller man. But I think he'll be okay.
Yeah. There's ways to beat Mike Perry.
Oh, many ways.
Yeah, so he just has to pick one or two and practice and
steer clear of
execute.
Mike Perry's one way of winning.
Yeah. Circle away from the foul.
Very much.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of fun,
Yeah, this to me,
Mr. Primetime himself.
for as it really doesn't matter too much in the rankings. Not that I really care about rankings, but yeah, I'm into this. Uriah Hall versus Paulo Costa.
The Brazilian Hulk
Man,
monster man.
He's the Brazilian Superman. He looks so scary and nice.
Oh yeah, that's the upsetting thing, right? It's like this. What's the face on it? It's got a pretty boy face. On top of this giant muscle body thing that's at least Yoel Romero kind of looks like the Thing from Fantastic Four, even in the face. We're like, nah, man, that'd just be uncomfortable if you were a girl. No, man, Paulo Costa is just like, greetings, I am the evolution of man.
Behold your Adonis. He's like,
man, this is
who wants to play sports with me?
Violent sports. Let's get this guy who does spinning shit in there with him, see if that does anything.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I like about it, because I don't like Uriah Hall. I don't rate his skills. I want every reason to hate him. I don't know why. I'm just a small man, I guess. But I actually think he can win this fight.
Well, because he can beat anyone. Like you see that in the Musashi win, where it's like, okay, should Uriah Hall ever beat Gegard Musashi? No. What happened? He hit a jumping, spinning back kick, which Musashi accidentally ducked into, and then a flying knee, neither of which actually completely knocked Musashi out still, but it was enough to get the referee to be like, oh, it's probably enough.
That's bad. You suck at this.
Yeah. He's like, man, they fought again, and Musashi just ate him for breakfast. Like, yeah, but your only chance is some magic shit, but he's got some magic shit in his locker. So,
He's like Rolling Thunder.
But that's it, like...
And that's what I like about this fight.
Uriah Hall's Rolling Thunder, though, is like the prettiest Rolling Thunder in the world, I imagine.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know where he's throwing it. Whereas, like...
He's just going for perfect form.
Yeah, do you remember in the last Tension fight we watched?
Yeah.
Where he hits the Rolling Thunder?
Yeah.
And he just, he knows. He knows the guy's going to be there. He's like, yeah, this is going to hit you on the face. Bang. And he perfectly connects with it. Like, it's almost like he gets his head around before he throws it, I think. So he sees that he's ducking. And he's like, oh yeah, I know where to put it. And he's like, yeah, that's how an expert throws it. Uriah Hall throws it like, this is how they throw it in the movies. But it's like, man, if that thing lands on you, you are fucked.
Yes.
You throw like Van Damme full extension jump spinning back kicks. It's like, yeah, if that hits you, you dead.
It's gonna hurt.
Oh, man, I'm into it. That fight should be violent.
Yes, it's like...
That fight should end with somebody getting lights out of.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Brazilian Superman handles it. Because he
Just bounces off him.
just smushes him against the cage.
Just jumps, spinning back kick, breaks his leg against him.
Yeah. Just puts his arm out. Snaps the leg.
Ugh. But yeah, man, I think if Costa wins, then it's time to give him someone in the top 10 as well.
Yeah, he's been earning his spot. He's been looking good in his wins.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of rolling over the top of everybody.
But this is when we talk about like the jump for Stylebender, right? Like, Tavares is ranked higher than Uriah Hall.
Yeah, and rightly so.
And Paulo Costa is like a more horrifying prospect than Stylebender, right? Like,
Yeah, and in terms of his ceiling, I think so.
it's an odd one. I mean, he's in the better spot, I think, being on the 226 prelims.
Yeah.
But it's a strange one. I think Uriah Hall versus Stylebender would be amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then Tavares versus Paulo Costa, I think rankings wise would have made more sense.
Sure.
But this is also fine. This is still fine.
Yeah. Well, they had to have a main event for their other card.
Man, Primetime versus Stylebender. Come on, if you had a decent poster guy, imagine what you could do just with those nicknames.
No, I mean, you just put their faces next to each other, have some of the other fighters maybe looking at each other, but their faces a bit smaller.
Primetime versus Stylebender, you could have an excellent dichotomy.
Just a blue or a gold tint.
Or you could do that.
Forever.
Hall, and then Adesanya.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a good poster too.
Yeah, you just get Adesanya.
Yeah. But I am obviously picking Paulo Costa, even though I do allow for primetime shenanigans.
Yeah, I think Costa should be a big favourite, and I think he'll almost certainly win. But
if you've got $5, you never need to see again.
Yeah.
Uriah Hall by some form of weird knockout.
if you're a Uriah Hall guy, man, that dude can knock Paulo Costa out. Don't worry about that.
Man, I feel like him by KO will be paying 6 or 7.
Yeah, so man, I'm not betting it, but you do it.
Well, I might do it just for funsies. Onto the main card. More violent, murderous fun. There's just lots of it on this goddamn card. I love it.
I mean, it's a little bit of everything. A little bit of light heavyweight, a little bit of lightweight.
So, I mean, because this is what I love too. Like, while obviously his other attributes are fairly low down in the totem pole, this is, as far as I'm concerned, and I could have a quick run over it in my mind, but the best striker in the UFC.
The most credentialed.
He's the best.
The best. There you go.
I don't even think he'd be the most credentialed, because Hunt won the K1. So did Overeem. Goguen didn't. But he's the best.
And there you go. He's a beast. He's definitely a beast.
Just terrifying hand speed, his combination work.
If he were to stand in front of you and say something along the lines of, okay, now I'm going to hurt you, then
you're probably, unless you know how to wrestle, you're in trouble.
Even then, you're just like, oh, really? Like, please, man.
Oh, yeah.
I have vodka.
I'd rather talk about it. Well, he's Turkish.
He's a scary man.
Mm-hmm.
He's...
Yeah. But, yeah, one of the best kickboxers I've seen in recent memory.
Yeah, if you've ever watched like a highlight package video where it's just all like different knockouts,
yeah,
and you've ever like seen one and you've like it's shaken you to your core, you're just like, oh.
I mean,
yeah, it was probably Goguen.
Goggen's got some like real cool shit that he does though, right? Like the way he triples up on his left hand.
Yeah.
Like nobody does it, where he'll just be like body head with the left, and the guy's just like, what? Just hit what? You can't hit me on the same side that quickly. Like he's got the hand speed of a welterweight when he's fresh, maybe even lighter, and he's 205.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Khalil Roundtree, on the other hand, man, he's got some moves. So I feel like this hopefully will stay on the feet and just be.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to get a kickboxing fight here.
Which means probably Goguen Saki's going to win, although he can leave himself open, and Khalil Roundtree knows some pretty cool shit. So it's going to be awesome. This should be a one-round murder fest.
Man, it might go like a little bit into the second round. I think we might get a second round here.
Goken's aggressive. He's so aggressive. I feel like no.
I think
Unless Khalil starts shooting takedowns, that's the only way to see the second round. And even then, he might just finish Goken on the ground if he gets him down.
I think Khalil has like a little bit of a gas tank problem, and I think if they do make it to the corner and they come back, I think Saki will be like fresh for 30 seconds, and Khalil will just already be fucked.
Once again, it's a weird one, right? Because Goken's used to 3-minute rounds most of his career, so I don't know how great his gas tank will be, but man, I'm into this as a show opener. I think it's a fantastic way to kick off the show.
Man, it's almost guaranteed, like, highlight reel knockout. Surely.
Man,
if it's just a beautiful hook or just jumping knee, just something sweet.
Some spinning shit.
And then some, like, vicious follow-up where it's like, get in there, ref.
Well, Goken is more of a walk-off guy. Because again, comes from kickboxing, so he's just got that instinct to be like, oh, I dropped him.
I win.
Yeah. But man, I'm into it. I'm gonna say Saki.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Saki as well. I'm gonna go say round 2 knockout.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying round 1.
Yeah, it's fair. Lightweight. Anthony Pettis. Man is back.
Man, so we're getting this fight finally.
Yeah, after McGregor's bus.
Delayed due to dolly incident.
Yeah, caught the wrong bus.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all good now.
Man, it's a good fight. I'm into it. I don't really know who to favour. I guess I tend to lean Chiesa.
Yeah, I mean...
Anthony Pettis 5 years ago, I pick him. But Anthony Pettis of recent times...
It's sketchy. Like, you see bits of the old goodness. You know, he's winning some fights and he's, like, sort of... seems to have adapted in some ways to, you know, his new spot, but... Man, I think it's probably too much for him, but who knows? There's a fight, like they both had an incident, and then it's also stupid. I just you know, once it starts, then I'll decide who I want to win. I think it's one of those fights where I could go either way, and you know, sometimes they on their walkout or something, or you know, at the weigh-ins, you'll see something and you'll be like, oh yeah. I'm going to pick that guy. But for now, I don't know.
And follows it.
Yeah.
Then on to the 3 monstrous final fights.
Oh, yeah. Now it's just...
time to talk about things that are awesome.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, look, this is... we'll start with Francis Ngannou versus Derek Lewis. This is the 3rd fight, I believe. If I have a quick look down here. Oh no, it's just the 2nd one. But on the main card, is that my note for Saki Roundtree is violence, yay. And my note for Lewis and Ngannou is violence, yay. Where it's just, I mean, this is a knockout.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, there's no way this fight goes a stretch.
It'll be, you know, bad refereeing.
Yeah. Maybe just, like, horrible gas tanks.
Man, this is... I mean, if you don't know who Francis Ngannou is by now, then... I mean, there was plenty of hype around him.
Oh.
Got a crack at the title. Doesn't know how to wrestle. So, now he has to fight the Black Beast.
Yep.
Which is amazing for everyone.
Oh, God, this is...
Because these are 2 giant black men.
Yeah.
Who are just going to punch each other in the face.
Yeah, and someone's going to fall down. And then... It's going to be glorious.
And yeah, so you got Ngannou, who's like the specimen. He's like the just the muscular, boxing-looking, heavyweight boxer type dude.
Yeah. Like the Ivan Drago looking guy, just muscles upon muscles.
Yeah, and Derek Lewis is like donuts upon donuts.
But just has that I'm gonna fuck you up.
I am a solid guy. Like, you want me to punch you? Like, I'll punch you, man. Don't you dare call me fat. Yeah. And, oh man, I love it because you know, Lewis can win this with one punch, and Ngannou can win this with one punch.
Ngannou can only win things with one punch.
Man, this almost is true for both of them. Like Derek Lewis throws hard in any punches.
Man, he's a bit of a clinch worker when he needs to be, isn't he?
But when he throws, I'm surprised at how often he lands. And every time he hits you, you go down.
Yeah, man, he's good at knocking people down.
Every time he touches you, you just, he doesn't knock you out, but
He can knock you down.
where did my feet go?
Yeah.
So, he hits hard. He's unquestionably a hard-hitting man.
But I think Ngannou hits maybe harder than all the
I mean, yeah,
heavyweights.
if you get like the sports training institute machines and everyone practice your perfect punch, it's like, yeah, Ngannou wins. Like, yeah, what happens when they're in a fight though?
Man, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
That's glorious.
Like, how much do you need, and where does it need to be?
Because Derek Lewis has taken like a full blast punch from Roy Nelson before.
Yeah.
Instead on his feet. And that was one where I was like, hey, he's got the chin. He's got the chin to go with. Like Roy Nelson's right hand usually puts people on their butts, and he landed it absolutely on the chin of Derek Lewis, and he just like snaps back, comes back. Like, yeah, man, good one.
You got me.
You're like, man, all right, Black Beast can wear it.
Yeah, I don't think he can wear, Alistair Overeem Spaceman into space uppercut that Ngannou put on his chin.
No. But could he wear like a clean one to the side of the head? Like one of those ones that floors everyone else? Man, you might be able to wear one of them.
Yeah, one or two.
And even then, like, what does that do to Ngannou? If Derek's looking back at him after he throws a good one, going like, man, nah, not good enough.
Yeah, just waiting. Man, I've got 38 more seconds still before I'm allowed to throw a punch or I'll gas out before the end of the fight. So, you better watch yourself, buddy. You be warned.
But it's awesome. The winner is right in title contention.
Yeah. Well, everyone will talk about it. If this is a decision, everyone will talk about it, and these guys will get shit fights after it because everyone will be talking about it badly.
Yeah. But assuming one of them lights out the other,
yeah,
it's title shot time.
Yeah, and all knockouts are highlight knockouts. It's not like, oh, it's a bit sloppy. Like, no, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, again,
this
like
is the part where his soul leaves his body. Yeah, it's awesome.
The idea of seeing Ngannou get knocked out is highlight worthy, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is, what the hell will that look like when that happens?
Yeah, Derek Lewis just standing there like,
beating his chest like a madman. Yeah, I'm into it.
Man, and then Derek Lewis fight Mark Hunt, and everyone's happy.
He already did that.
Yeah, then do it again.
Hunter beat him.
Yeah, give him. I want Hunter to win more.
I'm into that. Then we move on to the co-main event. Did you make a pick?
Oh, man. I have to go with Ngannou's volume. So, I'm going Ngannou. Tip Ngannou.
I'm gonna pick with the heart. I'm gonna say Derek Lewis.
Man, I like Derek Lewis.
So do I.
I don't like Francis Ngannou.
I have no feelings for Francis Ngannou. I don't dislike him. I just love Derek Lewis's shtick. And I love that he thinks that Francis Ngannou is like 50. I love all of it. It's great. It's just like, you ain't 32. You're older. You're at least 40, motherfucker. Oh shit, it's fucking gold. I love his whole bit. So I'm gonna pick Derek Lewis just because I like him.
Yeah, and if you're looking for fighters to like,
man,
Derek Lewis.
Yeah, even did you ever see the thing when there was like the floods in Houston?
Man,
where he lives, and he was out
I
there
live
like
nowhere near Houston.
No, there was video, and like he was out in his truck, like fucking rescuing people and shit.
Yeah, good on him.
Good dude as well, out there helping his community, as well as just hilariously mocking other heavyweights that he matches up against. All about the Derek Lewis train.
Yeah, I like him. Then
we move on to the somehow not main event of the evening.
Yeah, so this is the main event.
I mean, in the sense of like...
I've thought about it. I thought about this in the shower last night. This is the main event.
It's the most high-level fight on the card.
Yeah.
I agree with that statement. But the fact that you've got two champions facing off, except it's for the heavyweight title, it's not. Like,
Yeah, but that's like it's not real because even though it's for the heavyweight belt, it's like I don't know. There's something. My brain struggles with it.
I hear you. Look, at the end of the day, this Max Holloway Brian Ortega fight is just crazy good.
Oh yeah, and it's man,
I don't know who's gonna win.
yeah, I can't tell you what's going to happen.
I mean, I feel like if you're like it's gonna go into a fourth and fifth round, I'd be like, okay, I don't think Max is gonna win. But beyond that, I tend to think Ortega wants to win this thing quick. He wants to get this done inside of 2.
Man, I haven't thought about it like that. That's interesting.
Man, you think about Max's ability to
Yeah.
adapt.
And to do 5 rounds.
Yeah, he's used to it. Ortega's not done it. Ortega's obviously very dangerous at the beginning, especially if they're dry and he locks on a submission. It'll be much harder to escape.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, I think the longer this fight goes, the more it favors Holloway.
Yeah.
But that could be just wrong.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely
Like,
right.
Ortega might just get a better and better read on him and just start picking him apart on the feet, and we're just all just going, "What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What the fuck?"
Yep, you're absolutely right. That
Yeah.
could very well be what happens.
And that's why this is the main event. Like, and I know you hate rankings more than me, but in my imaginary pound for pound, who's like the best fighter in the world? Man, I got Holloway at number 2. Right. So.
With DJ 1?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So, and it's like when I think about Ortega and what his ceiling is, and you just go,
Yeah, right. I've given up on trying to guess what it is.
So if he beats Holloway, it's like, man, this guy's real good. Like, he is really, really good.
Yeah. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, if you like, this is one where like when we talk about like who do you think's going to win, I'm ultimately going to say Max Holloway. I think Max Holloway is going to win. I said a while ago, I don't see this guy losing anytime soon. Just don't. The fact that Brian Ortega has got me questioning that is
not the chumps like Brian Ortega.
That's,
like, oh yeah,
he's got me questioning that.
Want to see what he did to Frankie?
Yeah, man, right?
You know, we see the look on Cub's face when he got just
grabbed. He's like, how long to go in the ring?
Just his eyeball just screaming for help.
Mm-hmm.
Man, is it a snake? What is this? Yeah.
Brian Ortega has got me really questioning that feeling.
Man, the odds have been a little bit interesting. Like, so he opened up, I think, at like $12 for the KO, and he's coming in at like 10. So there's been a bit of action. More and more people thinking, yeah, like if you think Ortega can't win by knockout, you don't know fighting.
Nobody's ever knocked Max Holloway out.
Yeah, but like
he's got an iron chin. Conor could knock this kid out. You know what I'm saying?
Man, ill intent, buddy.
Look, when we're at this level.
Ill intent.
Yeah. When we're at this level, anything could go down. So, like Brian Ortega.
You know, we might get to find Ortega's ceiling. Like that, like Holloway might just show us where it is. Be like, yeah, bam,
Yeah.
I win.
Yeah.
And we're just like, oh.
That's what. If I had to guess, like that would be my guess as to what's going to happen. I was like, Max Holloway is just so good. Assuming he gets his weight cut and everything right and he's feeling good, I think he's just going to have way too much. But I'm there. I'm there for this, man. Brian Ortega has made me a believer in his last 2 fights. So I'm into this. I'm way into this.
You can't. If you could get all fights like this, it's like, yeah, then everyone would just be so high level that, you know, you probably wouldn't watch it anymore because it'd be boring.
Man, I think I'd deal with it. I think I'd deal with it for a little while. If everyone was this good, I certainly wouldn't be
just like, not another 5-round awesome fight.
Back and forth, crazy battle where I don't know what's going to happen.
Like insane cardio and like
that might be the only
recovery.
Thing. Like fight fans, imagine if every fight was as intense and high level and close as Whittaker Romero 2.
Oh yeah.
You'd just be dead by the time you're like 40. It's like, what happened? I had a heart attack, man. You know how many of these fucking, like, ridiculous fights I've watched?
I watched an entire fight card. It was like 8 heart attacks.
But
13 heart attacks.
yeah, like this. I think this is probably it's as good as Whitaker and Romero. It's the top two guys in their
Man, like
division fighting
it
for the
can
title.
not be as good a fight as that.
On paper, I'm talking about, like, leading into it, because we said about Romero Whitaker, like, it wasn't after the fact it proved to be true, but before the fact we were both like, look, this is 1 versus 2, this is the best fight you can do at middleweight.
Yeah.
I think the same can be said for this.
No, yeah.
Like, there's no other two guys who I want to see compete to see who the best featherweight in the world is. I'm so down to watch Max Holloway shadow box, let alone actually compete against the number 1 guy in his division, who I think has a chance.
Yeah, they're both so long.
And it's the sort of fight too where, man, like, this could be the beginning of a rivalry too.
Oh yeah.
They're both young enough that it's like this might easily be the first of at least 2.
They're both like 26 or something.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna pick Max Holloway. I think he's too good.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you. He might be one of the best fighters in the world, regardless of weight.
Yeah, I think Holloway's gonna win too. I think T City is just gonna get. I think he's got too comfortable in his striking in his last couple of fights, and I think he's just gonna spend too much time at that distance with Max, and Max is just gonna be like, "No, man, this is my world." And then anytime Ortega tries to take him into his world, Max is like, "No, man, I'm still Max here too." So, yeah, I think Holloway will find a way to get it done. I think he'll stop him. I don't think we'll get a decision. I think both of these guys, like, gets to the end of the 3rd round and it's close. They're just gonna be like, "No, man, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. I'm not gonna be like conserving anymore. I'm going to kill this guy." And so,
and again, Max is the sort of guy who turns it up as the fight goes on.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be good.
oh yeah,
Which moves us on to the main event.
yeah, which is a little bit of a spectacle.
It's a super fight. Did you know? Have you seen the poster?
Yeah.
The poster will let you know.
Fuck your
It's a
super fight. I tell you what a super fight is. Fucking Max Holloway versus Brian Ortega.
That's just the right fight.
Yeah, but it'd be like, if someone had a gun to my head and it'd be like,
Oh, yeah,
use the word super in front of fight to describe a fight, and it has to be an awesome fight.
Well,
Which fight would you do it with?
You'd have to then get into a semantics argument about, well, do you mean super because, like, they're 2 champions? Because that's pretty super. But this is 1 versus 2, which is also pretty super. So,
Yeah. They're all super fights.
that being said, heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic wants to go for a record-breaking 4th title defense
Yeah.
against light heavyweight
He's
champion.
Looking to break his own record?
Indeed. Against light heavyweight champion, undefeated at heavyweight, and man who has only ever lost to one man, that being John Jones,
Yeah.
Daniel D.C. Cormier. Looking to make history.
Mr. Nice Guy.
Yep, Mr. Likeable.
Mr. Family Man.
Yep.
Mr. Look at my silk shirt and my striped tie.
Sure.
Mr. I'm wearing cufflinks.
Sure.
Mr. My car's better than yours. with your pretty wife and your nice house and your kids and all your friends and
You're out there, DC. I don't think this is about you so much as other things that are going on.
Man, he's starting to win
down
me
here in
over, DC. I'll give him that. I've never been on the train, but he's starting to win me over. It's like, man, this dude is such a douchebag. It's like, no, man, this is DC. This is the guy. He's not.
He's a bit hokey.
He's not doing a thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not a.
Yeah, it's not an act.
He's not Steve Urkel.
No, he's hokey, like, naturally.
Yeah.
Which I like. He's like a
nice guy.
He's like a phys ed coach who you don't think is being inappropriate with the students, which is nice. That went a dark turn.
Yeah.
I just removed my own phys ed coach.
Guys, he's like, climb that rope.
Something like that.
Like working out in the mirror, like, yeah. Like, man, your life is so different from mine.
That's what I mean, like, DC's not a workout guy, you know, he's got the dad belly and stuff, and That's where I feel like he's the gym teacher.
Yeah.
Where they're like, you do it, but he can weirdly do it, but he just doesn't look like he can do it.
Yeah. But you can climb a rope, fatty.
Gets to the top, drops down. Now you have to climb it twice. But he is going up against, the man. I think this. I wrote down. I think this is probably the best UFC heavyweight title fight ever. Which is one thing it's got going for it.
Man, really?
I think so. In terms of quality.
Yeah. Both men have proven their skill.
Because Kane I guess Kane JDS at the time was a true collision of the two top guys. But by the second fight, like you saw the gap where it was like, oh, if Junior can't knock him out, then he just gets like murdered over a long period of time. And we all feel uncomfortable watching it.
Yeah.
Whereas, I feel like this could be a quick fight, like against heavyweight, you never know, but I just think the level...
I don't think it's going to be a quick fight at all.
Stipe's got that power.
Yeah, but he'll... What did he... When he caught Verdum, like Verdum just rushing in.
But
like DC ain't going to do that.
No, but Overeem, he just pressured Overeem until he got the knockout. Remember JDS, he put him down quick in the rematch.
Man, DC's got a pretty good jab. He's got pretty good hands.
Man, it's interesting.
He's got high level wrestling.
Well, that's the thing too, right? You feel like if it goes into a fourth and fifth, DC's cardio can give him an edge.
His dad bod cardio.
A little bit, but
how's he doing this?
Yeah, it's interesting.
I had a friend looks like they couldn't do that for 6 seconds.
It's just, it's like stylistically it's fascinating. Stipe's usually a pressure fighter, but DC will be the pressure fighter this time, surely.
Man, I think they'll definitely feel each other out on the feet, which should be...
Yeah, but see, like, DC don't want to start this fight the way he did the Ozdemir fight. Where he, came out and just showed no respect for Ozdemir's boxing. He was like, man, I don't give a fuck what you think you can do. I'm not concerned. Like, Stipe will floor him if he does that. I genuinely think that. If he comes out with a game plan of, like, mix it up on the feet with Stipe
and then
in the first round, I don't think it's going to go good for him. He needs to be like working in way more takedowns early on for me. Clinch work. Like you don't, and even then, man, in short distance, Stipe is deadly. Like it's where it's fascinating to me because I think it's not even about like early or late. It's just about who has the advantage early. I feel like if Stipe can assert his will early, it's his fight. But if DC can get into tie-ups with him, into wrestling battles with him, and drag him into that kind of fight, it's going to favour him as it goes on.
Man, you're probably right. I mean, shouldn't be too much of a size difference between the men. Like, Stipe's pretty small for a heavyweight.
Man, I think they'll both be about 240, 245.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's got that going for it, which I like.
I mean, Stipe's naturally a bigger man. He's got quite a significant reach advantage.
Yeah.
But again, DC's fought against high reach advantage.
Yeah.
Gus and Jones and things like that.
Yeah, so. It's not like Stipe's like Stephen Struve, like just a fucking monster for the division.
No, but he's got a good reach. He's got a good solid 80-inch reach.
Yeah, but it's about right for the division, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably a little bit more than most guys.
Man, the way my brain thinks of it is like 6 foot for the division.
Yeah, I think he's like 6'3" or 6'4". But yeah, where do you lean on this one?
Yeah,
I believe Stipe is the favourite.
He is the favourite.
I'm going with Stipe.
Man, you're making me a believer in Stipe too. Like.
Yeah. You've seen how much I've been wrong about this year with my tips. So
yeah.
This is all just armchair.
Man, I've got like the last 9 main events right. So.
Well, maybe it's just 7. If you're wanting to know where to bet, folks, here it comes. Drum roll, please.
Oh man, now you put me on the spot. Man, it's gonna have to be
He's
Stipe.
going with Stipe.
I don't like the value there.
What's he called? There's a market up on Stipe, so let's see what he's paying by KO. The only thing we've got full markets on is Stipe and Max Ortega.
Yeah, and that's the Max Ortega market's weird.
270. Values on Cormier by sub probably.
Man, Cormier by sub.
He's got some sub wins. He subbed Anthony Johnson both times. He subbed Dingo, Ozdemir. Choked him, right? Oh no, he TKO'd him. He crucifixed him. But he was gonna choke him at the end of round 1. There was like 10 more seconds in that fight. In that round, it would have been an RNC. And like that's how I kind of see him beating Stipe, right? Is taking him down, exhausting him, and then either like crucifixing him or strangling him.
Yeah. Interesting analysis.
Yeah, that's just where I'd land. I think all I'm saying is the values on Cormier. I think I
Man, Stipe on points 288.
that's where the bet is, man. Stipe round 1 KO, round 2 KO, both 9-1.
You think Stipe early?
Yeah. That's if you're gonna bet on Stipe, I think that's where I'd go.
Man, so and that when you see the way DC loses to Jones, it's like by getting punched.
Kicked.
Well, striked. Kicked. Yeah,
Definitely
Stipe
kicked.
don't kick much.
No, but he's got much heavier hands than Bones. Stipe's got way more. I mean, look, Rumble. Did Rumble get him with a punch? Rumble got him with a kick.
No, Rumble hit him with a punch, dropped him,
Okay.
and then he just got back up.
But again,
just like,
it's like
what?
Stipe is much better at like when he's got you hurt at finishing the job.
Just being in the right distance to throw more.
It's not a knock on Rumble Johnson. It's just like I think this is the champ. Like Stipe knows how to finish. He's worked on these things. He's excellent at them. So yeah.
Man, Stipe by KO
Early. Yeah.
Alright. I like it.
DC by sub in round 3, 4, 5. I think there's maybe a bit of money to be made there.
I think that's the hedge bet.
Yep, that's what I'm going with.
Just be like $30, Stipe round 1, $30, Stipe round 2, with a knockout, and then like $3.
Cormier sub round 4, 5, round 3, 4, 5. Somewhere in there. I am also going with Stipe. Yeah, I think he's earned it. He's the champ. He's the longest reigning heavyweight champ in history.
Man, he's never proved me wrong.
Got to believe in the man. But all in all, I am just there could not be like more of a difference in my utter non-caringness for day 1 of Red, White and Fight Week than my complete and enthusiastic excitement for day 2 of Red, White and Fight Week.
I don't like excitement.
Yeah, that was me just falling apart trying to get words out.
How do I say words again? Yeah, man, I'm hearing you.
Day 1 has one
so-
fight that I want to see, and day 2 has one fight that I don't want to see.
Man, to be fair, there's 2 fights I don't really care that much about.
Day 2.
I think it's 2.
Besides the women's strawweight fight, what's the other one?
Man, what's the other one on the...
Groovy Lando.
Man, maybe that one.
That's your breakfast fight, though.
Yeah, Lando Venata, sure. And your fucking Special K.
Whatever you have. I don't know what you and the lady have.
Man, look at this market. Holloway, Ortega.
Man.
See, this is like if you
Like, look at that.
if you can just think about it and just let your brain tell you what's going to happen, and you just bet on that, then you'll be.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Max by KO 325. Brian Ortega by submission 325.
Yeah.
So even though Max is the favourite, it's like I guess Max by points is in there.
Man, I think Max by stoppage is better value than Max by Ortega by stoppage.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Oh, not by KO.
by stoppage.
Where's stoppage?
Yeah.
KO submission 260. Wow.
So
That doesn't make any sense at all.
yeah, it just means Holloway's a big favourite to win on points. If it goes to decision, everyone thinks Holloway will win.
Yes.
And then the line's at 2.5.
Over under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So man, if you think Ortega's looking to go early, then man, the under's paying 240.
No, it's the distance. It's not over under.
Oh, where's the under?
I don't know. Round markets.
Time markets.
Total.
Oh, there. 237.
So, yeah, the under is.
So 240. So maybe.
Man, I'm excited. That is what I have to offer.
Man, Brian Ortega by round 5 knockout.
That would be crazy.
Man, Max Holloway by round 5 submission.
I feel like that would be more likely.
Yes, I bet you the odds would be opposite.
Probably. Nope. They really don't think Max is going to tap him.
Man, 101 to 1.
So Max to win by round 5 submission.
Man, what makes you think Max Holloway can't submit a guy in round 5?
Who's broken for 20 minutes. Well, I mean, the guy he's fighting is probably... It's not quite Demian Maia level, but he's close. So it's like, do you think Demian Maia can get submitted? It's like, yeah, fair enough. You're talking about the most elite jiu-jitsu guy in the division.
Man, he can still be choked out.
True.
Max is the kind of guy like, man, you want to be the best, you got to be the best, and the best is blessed.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, he's
Yeah,
not going to be scared to go for a choke.
No, you only need to go look at, like, Wilson Hayes versus DJ. It's like, man, this guy is like an elite black belt. He's tapping. And that was to, like, just a slick armbar because, again, Wilson Hayes had just been beaten, basically senseless. So.
Yeah, have some of that.
Yeah. Man, that's what I got.
Yeah, but,
It's
you
going
know,
to be good.
Brian Ortega might just, show us the next level. It's like, yeah, this is something I've been working on.
Man,
It's called Fujitsu, bitches.
Man, it might just look so old school. It could just be like he snatches a guillotine. Brian Ortega's just got that simple jiu-jitsu as well, where...
Yeah. You think you're alright, and he's just like, oh, I can kill you from here.
Yeah, like that's how... Remember, he got against somebody. I think it was Cub.
Yeah,
right? Where
Cub's
he
like...
put the arm around there
Yeah.
and slowly, and gotcha. And Cub's like, you haven't got me.
Yeah.
Oh, God, he's got me. And, yeah, it was just a basic move.
Oh, God, he's got me.
Jumping, ah!
How the fuck did this happen?
Pretty much. So... Yeah, man. I'm excited. Colour me excited.
Yeah, what colour's that? I don't have any. I ran out. Man,
That's an interesting colour. Red? Some type of red?
it's good. I only have 37 different shades of grey and then red.
37.
Yeah.
Another Kevin Smith reference. They're all just flying over your head in this episode. Which I love.
Seeing Kevin Smith in the movie about the time traveler with Justin Timberlake and
Yeah, he's in. It's by the Donnie Darko guy.
yeah,
Southland Tavern.
Southland Towns. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
So I know Kevin Smith and stuff.
Yep.
I'm
That's what he's most famous from. Southland Tales.
I'm like hipster.
That is like one of the most hipster answers, though. Like I know Kevin Smith, but I only know him from Southland Tales.
He was the guy who was flying the spaceship, right?
I remember.
Yeah, he was the spaceship pilot. He was in it for like 15 seconds. It was just like
Dacini? Dacini's
he was the bad guy.
Okay.
He was like selling the energy alternative, which had the
like
the ad was like cars fucking. Do you remember that?
No.
And it was like cars, but actually, and you're just like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, they let the Donnie Darko guy make a weird movie.
Yeah.
Man, if you think Donnie Darko doesn't make sense, watch this shit.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko makes way more sense than
Isn't it
Southland Tales.
like Sarah Michelle Gellar, is it? Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, the Rock's in it.
Does a dance routine. It's so weird.
She's a porn star, right?
Oh,
And she has like a porn star talk show on the beach
Yeah.
where they talk about like casually about getting fucked in the ass and like how they like make like clean up afterwards or something. Like it's weird. It's so.
Yeah, the dude who looks in the mirror and then he's like,
Oh yeah, the guy
it's
from American
delayed.
Pie
Yeah.
is in it. Yeah, yeah.
Stifler.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, watch it. Watch that shit. And it ends up. No. Should I?
Nah, just watch
The
it.
ice cream truck, though?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
But don't just watch it. See if you can make any sense of it.
3.5 hours of, man, what is the point of this?
Yeah.
Is there a point?
No.
Yeah, it attempted to make a point.
It's like if somebody watched Akira on high levels of many different drugs and then tried to remake a live action version of it.
I actually think the point of it was to watch Akira.
You could also just do that.
It's like, yeah, Akira did it better.
True. Man, can we get out of here?
Yeah, I go.
Get out of here.
Go see the lady.
Yeah. Next week, watch UFC 226.
Yeah, watch
Skip
all of
the
them.
finale.
See you later.
Have a week.
Bye.